Are you bringing in clients that don't respect you, don't pay on time, and are impossible to deal with? Well, then this video is for you. But first, a quick intro. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike Mack from the janitorialentrepreneur.com, and I help people start, grow, and automate wildly profitable office cleaning businesses. And on this video, I'm going to show you how you can avoid nightmare clients before they become your nightmare clients. So stick around to the very end because this video is going to save you a lot of heartache. All right. But before we jump into any of that, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And at the very end of the video, if you enjoyed the video, if you got massive value from the video, which is absolutely my goal, then I just need you to hit the thumbs up button. Also, leave a comment if you have any other questions about the content in this video. Now that all that's out of the way though, let's get into this week's video. Okay, so here's the deal. In the beginning, you're gonna care a lot less about a type of video like this, and you're probably gonna skip over it. But it will be a mistake to skip over it but I get it. In the beginning, you just want new business. You just want new clients in the worst way. You're like, nightmare, schmightmare. They're all dream clients because that money is green. But let me tell you something right now. One nightmare client out of 10 dream clients will still make you miserable. And now it doesn't matter if they're a small nightmare client or a large nightmare client. It is all the same. If someone's billing you $60 a month for one clean per month and the clean is like 20 minutes and they're a nightmare client, they will make just as much noise as a client who is paying you $10,000 per month or more, okay? Because at the end of the day, those mean text messages, being late with payment, just total lack of respect will wear on you, okay? So this video, I wanna give you 3 absolute signs that this person is a nightmare client and then how you should run far, far away. Let's get into those 3 signs now. Okay, red flag number 1 that you are dealing with a potential nightmare client is a lack of respect. Now I know that you're probably like, yeah, duh. Like, what am I watching this content for? I already knew that. Well, that can come in many forms, okay? So now, in all seriousness, yeah, there is blatant disrespect. There's also smaller, maybe less noticeable signs of disrespect. I'll give you a story. Back when we were really starting out and we started bringing on clients, at the time we brought on a $1,300 daycare. And at the time, it was a massive account for us. So we were so excited, and we look past a lot of these signs and we tuck in a few nightmare clients. Even with our messaging, even though it was geared towards bringing on dream clients, and ultimately we were bringing on dream clients, but we also, because of our desperation, we were looking past this and it was making us miserable. Okay, so one of those things flat out is not respecting your time. So when we got there, we were told to, wait in a waiting room, that the person we were meeting will be seeing us shortly. And we were thinking, okay, we were 10 minutes early and 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by. Now it's officially appointment time. Nothing. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, somebody comes out to us and it's like, oh yeah, she's a little busy right now. But yeah, you're just gonna have to wait it out a little longer. At that point, every part of me was like, we need to leave now. We're already not respected. This isn't gonna be good. But stuck with it anyway. And let me tell you something, it only got worse, okay? This is the type of client that just made us so miserable no matter what we did. Now, to keep this video on the shorter end, you gotta look for the subtle things. Like if they don't respect your time, if there's any part of them that treats you like you're dime of the dozen, unnecessary, don't need you, I can find a million cleaners. Well, good, because that works 2 ways, because I can find a million accounts, a million new clients that have nothing to do with people who make us miserable. So it goes both ways. So keep that energy, okay? And keep that desperation out of it and avoid somebody who disrespects you, your cleaners, or your company as a whole. Okay, the second sign that you're probably dealing with a nightmare client is if they value their budget well over value. right? So now this one is something you have to pay attention to, right? This is something that's granular level, like it's small, but it's because there are some people who care about cleaning but are also very budget sensitive. But chances are, if you are students in our program, we're teaching them to pack their contracts with value. If you pack it with value, then they can take it back and they can justify a bump in their budget by $300 per month or $400 per month. Even a larger space could see it bumping up an extra $1,500 a month, okay? It's like $1,500 a month over their budget. Sounds crazy. Why would they go for that? But it's like, yeah, but if you pack it with so much value, you make it like irresistible. That is how you can really separate yourself. But that's a whole other video. But the point is, if someone comes in and they're like, yeah, no, my budget's hard right at this number. If you're a penny over it, forget it. Then I'm gonna tell you right now, like, run. You need to run away, okay? Run away. Because this is a person who's not going to appreciate whether you do a good or a great job. And that is not the type of environment you're gonna wanna put your cleaners in. Because these are the type of people that you're not gonna wanna build your company around, okay? Because these are gonna be the type of people, as the minimum wage starts increasing and when you have yearly rate reviews and you go in there and say, hey, because of rising in minimum wage, because the prices of masks and gloves have doubled, well, gloves doubled, not masks, but things like that, like these prices go up. So there'll be incremental, like just rate reviews and adjustments to make sure, or it's like, oh, you've added another room to your office, so we're just gonna bill that. You know, we're not nickel and diming, but you know, you have to make sure you're still profitable. You have to make sure your cleaners are taken care of. You have to make sure they have the right equipment that they need. This is important. If you have somebody who doesn't care about that, then bye-bye. And I'm telling you right now, it may feel like, oh God, I'm gonna have to let go of a client because their budget is too crazy. Now listen, that's something you have to make a judgment call. I've had dream clients before that have been super budget sensitive. A lot of them happen to be schools, also some smaller medical practices. So I would tell you to use your best judgment there, because if they're a dream client but they just have a sensitive budget, okay, then obviously you'd have to, if you felt like you had to adjust the rate at the end of the year but you don't want to like hurt them, then maybe make a little bump and then maybe take some daily activities that aren't as important as like high touch disinfecting and bathrooms, and maybe you just move a few things around, things like that. Again, that's a whole other video. If you're interested in that, comment below. I can get further into that, all right? Okay, the third red flag that you are dealing with a potential nightmare client and you need to run for the hills is adding and subtraction. So what I'm saying is they're adding, they want to add services. They want you to do this, do that, all these things that are not part of your initial agreement. And what else do they want? They want discounts. They want to subtract. They want to take money off. They want you to go further with less money. Okay, this is obvious, right? But this is a nightmare client, and this is what you have to sniff this out in the very beginning. And sometimes you'll see it on the first official walkthrough. After you've landed the client and maybe you're doing the day of like a walkthrough, which typically happens, it'll just be like, oh yeah, just can you add this too? Now, I don't know about you, but I don't mind little things. I don't mind something like, oh my God, I was so absent-minded. I forgot to tell you can you just put, that back door? We never went through that door, but it's just a closet, but there's a garbage can in there. Could you please just add that garbage can to the problem? Yes, of course. No big deal. No extra charges, no worries. But it's when it becomes excessive. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Could you also make sure you dust every fixture on the ceiling? And it's like, well, I asked you on the walkthrough, you said you didn't want that. Oh yeah, but I changed my mind. I definitely want that. And you say to yourself, like, that's not a small task. That's like, for the amount of fixtures this particular person has. I know I'm giving you like a really specific scenario because I actually lived that scenario. The person wanted to add all of the ceiling fixtures, and the moldings, and it was such a beautiful space, but it's like we told them going in that, hey, we should probably get on top of that. And they're like, nah, no big deal. We have a good handle on it. They didn't. It was caked with dust. But after the contract was signed, they wanted to add another hour per week in free services. No, you don't look the other way on things like that because you will be taken advantage of, okay? So you always have to be willing to walk away. That is gonna give you the ultimate freedom that your company needs. That's gonna give you the power to absolutely look at someone like that and say, no thanks. Either we do what's agreed upon, option one. Option two, we can add the service that you're looking for. I can look the other way on the smaller tasks, but these bigger tasks, I cannot look the other way, or I could walk away. So it's option option A, B, or C. And that's what it is. That's the brutal truth of it. That's what you have to do to maintain a happy, healthy, profitable company, no matter if it's cleaning, no matter what it is, okay? So when you see that, run for the hills. Okay, in conclusion, like I said, I know this video is not gonna be as popular as a lot of others, but if you're watching this video, chances are it's because you've actually dealt with nightmare clients and you know what it's like. This is something, as somebody who is growing their cleaning business and landing, you know, nightmare clients, if I couldn't stop landing those nightmare clients, this video would have been like, oh my God, this is perfect. This is the video I've been looking for so long. But those newbies out there, chances are they're like, I don't care about that nightmare. But I'm telling you, if they haven't already, they will be back for this video. But yeah, no, listen, really have a sensitive, you know, filter out there, like really paying attention to these three things. There are other things, of course, but these three red flags are probably the main ones, okay? Not everyone's gonna be a dream client, totally understand that, obviously, but no nightmare clients. I mean, you're gonna just have some good clients that are not perfect, but they're good. You know, you're paid on time. You don't have to worry about like them disrespecting your cleaners or constantly adding and trying to take money away from you. You can work with them as long as those things aren't a problem. You could definitely work with them, okay? But be sensitive to these red flags and call it out if need be, especially if you want to move forward. Again, I hope you got massive value from this video. If you did, could you do me a favor and the channel a favor? Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment to tell me what you think about that. Have you ever had a nightmare client before? Give me your worst experience. Comment that below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on a notification bell. But that's it from me. I'm done with this video. Avoid nightmare clients like they are the plague, because they are the plague. All right, that's it. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one. Boom.